An article in The Intercept by Dave Dane on June 5th entitled Be Careful, Celebrating Google's New Ad Blocker. Here's what's really going on. Google? Oh, why would we have a problem with Google? They've been so cool about demonetizing my videos that talk about bullshit corporate wars for oil and how we kill civilians and the mainstream media doesn't talk about it. Why would I do a video about Google? Let's see if I'm going to see if this gets demonetized. All right? Not going to change the title. I'm going to just see if they demonetize this one. I'll let you know. Because here's what's going on. The company announced, this is Google, it would establish an ad blocker for the Chrome web browser, which has become the most popular in America, employed by nearly half of the nation's web users. The ad blocker, which Google is calling a filter, that's quotes, would roll out next year and would be the default setting for Chrome when fully functional. In other words, the normal user sparking up their Chrome browser simply wouldn't see the ads blocked by the system. What ads would get blocked? The ones not sold by Google. There you go. So it's presented to us, the consumer, hey guys, tired of all those ads? We can filter some of them out. The ones that we're not getting money for. Right? So if, let's say, whatever, you're watching this video, if I were to put it on my grahamelwood.com website and you're watching it there and I put extra ads on it, Google Chrome would filter that out. So the ads blocked would match the standards produced by the Coalition for Better Ads. Oh, they're in a third-party group, right? Sounds like a good third-party group. Well, who's part of the Coalition for Better Ads? Oh, Google is part of it. Oh, well, that's a good third-party group then. And Facebook. And those two companies account for 99% of all ads. All digital ad revenue growth in the United States. Google and Facebook. And 77% of gross ad spending. And Mark Patterson of Fordham University explained the Coalition for Better Ads is a cartel orchestrated by Google. Cartel. You know what? Let's thank you, Mark Patterson of Fordham University. Let's call them for what they are. Not a big company, not a big conglomerate. Let's call them, they're just like a goddamn drug cartel. Right? And they are manipulating everything. There's too much free speech, man. So what did I say they always do? If you challenge them, they either buy you out or they try to crush you. So they're just like, they've demonetized me and Jimmy Dore and other people and stuff like that. Secular Talk, they've demonetized us for talking about stuff they don't like. It's unreal. And we're all participating with this. Is Google owns YouTube. And it's kind of hard to how do we do it without using them? And I'll put the link to the article below. There's more to this story, however. The real goal for Google appears to not just be blocking ads sold by other digital suppliers besides Google, but to undermine third-party ad blockers, which stop Google's ads along with everyone else's. So that's another thing. So if you have a third-party ad blocker and you're blocking Google's ads, they want to prevent that. Isn't that fantastic? Google. It's crazy because it's another way that a giant cartel can control what we see, what we hear, what we're told, and how we get our information. It's not surprising that 70 to 100 million people stay home on election day. It's very easy to do that. You put it on a work day and you give people a bunch of misinformation. So people who I've said are smart people say things like, oh, single payer's pie in the sky. Or we had to bomb Syria because you saw those videos of the chemical weapons on the kids, right? No one's asking any questions. And Google is doing this and they're saying, oh, those annoying ads, we're going to help. No, they make so much revenue from those ads. There's no way they're going to block ads. And it's unbelievable. They found this article, Dave Dane claims Google has already been found to have paid off ad blockers to keep its own ads intact. But this new policy creates an internet landscape where Google ensures viewing of its own ads to the relative disadvantage of competitors. This is unbelievable. And yeah, Google is just going to try to crush everything. It's stuff like this where sometimes I feel like I'm just outgunned, overmatched, and there's no way. There's nothing I can do. I'm just one guy talking into an iPhone, and here's this multi-billion-dollar corporation that then will, the FTC, which still at just 2 members for the foreseeable future, and the acting chairman favoring a laissez-faire approach to internet. It's unlikely any action will be taken in the near term to stop Google from operating as what former FTC official Jonathan Cantor calls prosecutor, judge, and jury for ad quality. And there's no regulation. And of course, as we've talked about on this show, and what Chris Hedges has been talking about, is they buy up the regulators. Who's going to stop Google? They either undermine regulation or they just get their own people in regulation. That's what the banking industry's done. Look, they all use the same roadmap, right? They all use the same plan. The banking industry bought off politicians for decades, got them to deregulate, and now they can do whatever the hell they want and get tax dollars to do it. And internet and tech companies are a little newer, but they're doing it. They've gotten so much money so quickly. They've been able to start buying off people, and they're going. I've done videos on net neutrality, and I'm sure I'm going to have to do more. The only way to do this is to deregulate, man. Is not deregulate, but is break up these monopolies, break up the alphabet, break up Google. Like it's and Facebook and. This is what they're doing. And they sit and hatch these plans in rooms and put the technology out there, and they get all of our data and all of our viewing habits, and they will now it's a fight over who gets to put an ad in front of your eyeballs and who doesn't. And Google will block you. Let's say you're a small, like me. Let's say I want to buy some ad time for this show or something, or my documentary or something I'm selling. Google's going to block that because I'm in their way. That's what corporations do. They just crush the little guy and make everybody just basically a slave to their nonsense. So we're going to keep following this story, and thank you to Dave Dane at The Intercept for bringing this bringing this out there, bringing this for me to talk about and for you guys to talk about. And like and share and subscribe, and we'll see if this gets demonetized. And if it does, I won't be surprised.